Today, we live in a world that's so full of products, it's hard for us to imagine what life was like before machines. Prior to the Industrial Revolution, a working person would be lucky to have one or two shirts. To make fabric, there were people, spinners, whose whole lives were running these spinning wheels and turning cotton or wool or other fabrics into threads, which then could be woven on looms to make fabric to make something like a shirt. What Arkwright did was he said, there's got to be some way to speed this process up. He created a machine that was partly based on how clocks work to control the process of spinning cotton fibers. He used a water wheel to power the machine, and the machines that he built could be replicated. You make these factories bigger and bigger. As long as you had a good supply of the raw material cotton, you could turn out huge quantities of fabric in a way that had never been possible before. So Arkwright didn't just invent the spinning machine, he invented the modern factory.
The spinning machine turned England into a powerhouse. Before that, they were dependent on cotton from India. Now they could ship the raw cotton in and make the thread themselves there, and England became known as the center for that.
We had access to goods in relatively inexpensive ways that didn't exist before. There were jobs, plentiful jobs, for people who were moving to the cities where most of these machines and these factories were emerging.
A lot of times we look at the dark side of the Industrial Revolution, you know, the crowded tenements and the dirty, dangerous factories. But at the same time, it was a period of enormous social progress, too. We saw great gains in health and literacy and social mobility, where people's lives weren't entirely dictated by their social class or what their parents did. Human history is a march towards greater individual freedom and possibility. As you see throughout the Enlightenment period and all the way through the Industrial Revolution, as technology gets better, as knowledge begins to spread, it becomes more within reach of ordinary people in ways we'd never seen before in human history.